We are excited to present our project for the Economic Empowerment and Education track, LARP, which stands for Learn, Apply, Reflect, and Progress. We built LARP to solve the ultimate college catch. Every job filter assumes you have prior experience, but you can't get experience without a job. For incoming freshmen, first gen students, or transfer students, navigating the massive sea of campus clubs and resources to build that initial resume can be incredibly overwhelming. LARP is a career sandbox that inverts this problem. Instead of asking you for a polished resume, we ask, what direction do you want to head in? We also offer an English and Spanish localized platform where a student can select a career track and type in their custom role. Then they simply select skill chips that describe what they've done so far, even if their experience is completely empty.
Based on these simple inputs, our tool generates a personalized dashboard. So this dashboard gives them 3 to 5 concrete things they think they can do during the week on the UCSD campus to start building towards their goal. It also provides a skill radar chart comparing their current skills to industry standards and an ATS-friendly resume builder where they can format their new experiences. So for example, let's just say we're going to pick software engineering and then we're going to continue. And then let's just say I'm a first year, first generation student. I've taken CSE 11, CSE 12, just taking discrete math. I know Python, JavaScript, Java, and then I've built a personal website used an API before. I've volunteered for a cause, and then I'd generate the plan. All right, and here is the dashboard, which essentially what it does, it lists out different programs as well as clubs on campus. For example, the Trident Software Engineering um, Club, and then there's also the Idea Engineering Student Center on campus, and as well as ACM. So these are like resources and organizations that students could go to. And then on the right, there's a radar chart that shows their current experiences and as well as areas where they can improve on. And then at the very bottom, we have a Jake's resume template builder. So essentially, what the student could do is if they have a potential job or internship they would like to apply, they would post the job description into here, as well as any projects or past experience they have, and it will generate a resume for them. So let's say, for example, um, Apple. Actually, I should find one online. Let's see. Apple's Apple Suite intern. Okay, so student internships, software engineering intern, job description, minimum qualifications, preferred qualifications. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to the tool, and then projects.
Let's say we have none.
We have none, so then we go, and then it lists out the keywords that you need as well as the current coursework and the skills and requirements needed for the position.
And now moving on to what we feel are some priorities for this application. Data privacy was our top ethical priority, which is implemented in our LARP program by using a strictly stateless architecture. There are no accounts, no databases, or persistent storage. Everything lives entirely in the browser and disappears the moment the tab is closed. Before any prompt is sent to Grok, our system automatically scrubs obvious emails, phone numbers, and identifying digits. We also provide clear UI guardrails advising students on what not to include to prevent any risks of data.
While we know that LLMs can occasionally hallucinate, and we acknowledge that our radar charts might sometimes highlight skill gaps that might feel daunting, we kind of heavily mitigated these privacy risks by ensuring that we have zero data footprint. And if we had another week, we'd love to add a local download your progress so students can save their plans offline. And we also wanted to build a project suggestion engine that recommends specific coding or outreach projects, as well as further automate the resume builder. And finally, we wanted to expand our language support for international students and run dedicated testing with transfer students to ensure that our advice scales perfectly to heavier course loads.
Thank you for your time, and we'd love to show you a demo of LARP.